السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على حي على الفلاح. حي على لا إله إلا الله.
الحمد لله الذي نزل الفرقان على عبده ليكون للعالمين نذيرا. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله لا نبي بعده. فاللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه وعلى آله وصحابته وكل من تبع هداه واستمسك بسنته إلى يوم الدين، وبعد. فيا عباد الله، أوصيكم ونفسي بالتقوى فقد فاز المتقون. فقال عز وجل في كتابه الجليل: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. ثم قال: يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء. واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. معاشر المسلمين, my dear respective brothers and sisters, we thank Allah. In the midst of the deep challenges that we are facing, we remain thankful to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Because for Muslims who understand the reality of the life based on our faith, on our spiritual sight, nadrah ruhiyya, not only physical eyes, we understand that this life is changing and moving. Today we may be upper hand, but we don't know what's going on, will be going on tomorrow. And what is going on in Turkey and in Syria is a happening that is teaching us a lot of things. But there is only one point I would like to underline, and that is the importance of coming back to our faith that this universe as a whole is being controlled by one powerful hand. That is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And do not take it for granted that it is happening all away from us and it doesn't happening to us. It can happen to Turkey, it can happen to Syria, it can happen to anywhere, but it can happen here in New York. And so in time that we see others are suffering, we have to build that sense of solidarity, trying to learn to feel the feelings of our brothers and sisters. And that is the only message I'd like to deliver here for this particular matter that is happening in Turkey and Syria. Brothers, the point I would like to underline here today is our own problems in America and in the Western society in general. In my last khutbah, I mentioned several incidents during the New Year. From the releasing of the polling by the Brookings Institute that Americans increase in their way of seeing Islam. Positive view about Islam increased up to 21%. In 2016, it was only 57% Americans view Islam as a positive thing. In 2020, alhamdulillah, 78% Americans view Islam as a positive religion. But what happened, by the night of New Year, 31st night, a young Caucasian, aged 19, from Maine, state of Maine, attacked 2 police officers in Times Square. From positive to this incident. And some days later, a crazy guy in Sweden, Swedish man burned Quran. And a man in Netherlands ripped off a Quran, put down the Quran under his feet. What all this telling us, brothers and sisters? There are many things. Briefly. Number one, it teaches us that Islamophobia is real. It's real. It's not a myth. It's real. And it is happening. But what is Islamophobia? Islamophobia is a fear, irrational fear. People are fearful, worried, or scared without any reason. They don't know. No. I still remember some years back, I was invited by the North Florida University during the time where Pastor Jones wanted to burn the Quran in Florida, North Florida. That is called Pastor John, the burning Quran pastor. So I was invited to speak at Florida University, and there's 5 guys in the back having these banners with the word Sharia and there's a blood. And the security wanted to take them out. I said, no, let them listen to my speech. So after my speech, I came to them and trying to smile, shook their hands, and asked them a very simple questions. You are bringing this banner with the word Sharia. Do you know what does it mean? Even the translation of Sharia, he doesn't know. They don't know. Have you ever read Quran? No. Have you ever met any Muslim before you coming here? No. Many of those who are scared of Islam simply because they don't have any clue about the religion. That is what we call phobia. Irrational. They don't have any minds about it. They don't have any knowledge about it. Number one. Number two, Islamophobia, brothers and sisters, is not new. Do not think it's only happening because of 9/11 or it is happening because of Donald Trump being elected as the President of the United States. No. Have been there from the beginning. Adam alayhi salatu wasalam faced Iblis la'natullah alayh. Nuh alayhi salatu wasalam with Mala, with the leaders of his own people. Musa alayhi salatu wasalam faced Fir'aun. Ibrahim alayhi salatu wasalam faced Namrud. Isa alayhi salatu wasalam faced the leaders of the Jewish at that time. And Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam faced Abu Lahab, Abu Jahl. It has been there. But more importantly for Muslim, what we have to know, Islamophobia is an ongoing basis. Don't think that by changing presidents in America, Islamophobia will end. Don't think that there is no phobia anymore in America simply because Donald Trump is being, not the president of America. Now we have Joe Biden. In fact, Ilhan Omar was just removed from one of the most important committee in Congress. And we have to know that it's not because she's a lady, it's not because she's African. One of the most important reasons why she was removed from that committee, Foreign Affairs Committee, because she's a Muslim. That is a phobia, brothers and sisters, and we have to understand that. Islamophobia is an ongoing basis until the day of judgment, and that's why Allah in the Holy Quran, when He mentioned that many people wanted to extinguish the light of Allah, they wanted to turn off the light of Allah, Allah is using fi'l mudari, continuous tense. Yuriduna liyutfi'u nur Allahi bi afwahihim. They want to extinguish the light of Allah with their mouth. They will do everything else until the day of judgment. So we Muslims must understand that no matter what, we are going to face this tremendous challenge. This is the first lesson we take from these incidents. Number two, brothers and sisters, it is a painful reality that Islam has been treated or mistreated or treated unfairly for a long time, till now. On the night when that young guy attacked 2 police officers in Times Square, and in fact he is now at Bellevue Hospital, there is 2 other mass shootings took place in Florida and in Georgia. But this is the only one who commit evil, of course, and we condemn that, is connected to his faith, to his religion. Those who kill people in Florida and Georgia looks like they don't have any religion. Only this one. Every media outlet says radical Muslim, Muslim extremist. Islam has been mistreated unfairly, brothers and sisters, and we have to understand that. But the big question is why Islam is always mistreated unfairly. We can blame others, yes. But the most important, we come back to ourselves and realize that I think there is something wrong with us. And at least I'd like to mention here. Number one, because we have that wahan. So what is wahan? We are lacking or even losing our self-dignity with this religion. We don't feel being honored with this faith. And at the same time, we are shy being known as Muslims. That's why Rasulullah ﷺ reminded us a long time ago that one day this ummah is just like a foam on the ocean. They are moving according to the movement of the water. The Sahaba said, Amin qillatin al-yawma ya Rasulullah, are we a small number at the time? No. Rasulullah said, no. Bal antum kathirun. At that time you are majority. 2 billion Muslims. But you have a disease, a sickness. What is that? Wahan. Sahaba asked, what is wahan ya Rasulullah? Qala hubbu dunya wa karahiyatul maut. We have too much love for this dunya. Or we don't realize that we are going to die soon or later. That is the reason we lose our respect. We lose our honor. Because we feel that we are not dignified by this deen anymore. This is the first reason. So very easily people are putting us down because we don't see ourselves respectful. We don't see ourselves honorable with this deen. The second reason is because we divide ourselves. وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا وَتَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ. Obey Allah and His messenger and dispute not. Because when you do that, تَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ فَتَفْشَلُوا, you're going to fail. وَتَفْشَلَ رِيحُكُمْ, your power will depart, will go away. There is no power. Because we don't have power, people are easily mistreating us. People are easily treating our religion unfairly. This is the second one we need to learn here, brothers and sisters. The third one, because of the time, we learn from these incidents why people are burning Quran, why people are, desecrating Quran, dishonoring Quran, and dishonoring even our Prophet. Remember Denmark cartoon some time ago? Why people are doing? For Muslims, this must be a reminder. Particularly those of us living in America and in the Western society, it is truly a reminder. Reminder for what? Reminder to ask this question: did we do our job? What is our job? Did you show Islam to our people around us? with our behaviors, with our akhlaq, with our character? Did we do the responsibility of da'wah to other people? Because as I mentioned earlier, people are hating this Islam because they don't know. But did we do our responsibility? And if we do our responsibility, did we do it rightly? According to the teaching of Allah, Udu'u ila sabila rabbika bil hikmah. Because sometimes you do da'wah. Da'wah means to invite, to call people to come. But sometimes what is happening? Da'wah here is turning people away. Because the way we do it, our language, our communications, don't talk about non-Muslims. Let's talk about our own young generations. Why our own young generation not coming to the masjid? I asked some of those out there in the street. My brothers, I've never seen you in the masjid anymore. I've seen you before coming to weekend school, Saturdays, Sunday, but never come to the masjid. I say, Mom, I wanted to come to the masjid, but I always feel that I don't have any respect anymore. And that is sometimes simply because, whatever, I don't want to go to detail here, but we know how to treat our youngs. Open your arm, brothers and sisters, to welcome our young to come to the masjid, because they are our future. Not only future, they are our now and future. So brothers and sisters, we have to do our job. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala continue to guide us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us tawfiq. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala strengthen us. أقول قولي هذا أستغفر الله فاستغفروه لعلها ساعة إجابة. الحمد لله رب العالمين والعاقبة للمتقين ولا عدوان إلا على الظالمين. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله نبي بعده صلى الله تعالى عليه وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Another lessons before we end this khutbah is that we are basically at war. There's a war taking place, but this war is not physical war. It's not like what is happening in Ukraine. The most dangerous war is the war of ideas. War of ideas. Because ideas create perception. And whoever wins the perception, they are winning the battle. Now let me just give you two examples here, brothers and sisters. In terms of ideas. Do we understand the meaning of tolerance? When the people say, oh, Muslims are tolerant, oh, Muslims are not tolerant. What is the meaning of tolerance in our understanding? Those people, they understand tolerance, this idea. Tolerance means that there is no commitment to the deen. So if you don't pray, oh, mashallah, he's a tolerant guy. If you drink alcohol, oh, mashallah, he's a tolerant guy. Brothers, tolerance is not that. And we have to have our own idea in defining what does it mean to be tolerant. What does it mean to be tolerant? Freedom, for example, brothers, they use this concept, this idea, freedom, to discredit, to dishonor the Holy Book of Allah. Freedom. And they say this is freedom of expression. Brothers, freedom, in fact, nothing in this universe, in this life, without any limit. Everything is with limit. There is only one who is unlimited, and that is the one who gives you freedom. Who gives us freedom? The creator of the heavens and the earth. He is not limited. Everything else is limited. So our freedom is limited. When our freedom is limited, when it is undermining the moral ground of respecting others. Let me just give an example. I am free to say my words, and I have a freedom of speech. I have a freedom of expression. But the moment my words come out from my mouth that insulting others, that is not freedom anymore. That is oppression. That is an insult. So those people who claim to be free, who claim to express freedom by burning Quran, they are not expressing freedom. They are expressing ignorance. They are expressing hate. Even they are expressing stupidity. But let me end with this, brothers and sisters. As they are burning Quran, they call it Quran, but Quran will never be burned. No one is going to be able to burn the Holy Quran. Because our understanding as Muslim Quran is not books only. Yes, we respect those books. But our Quran is here. Our Quran is here. Our Quran is our life. and they cannot burn our ideas, our iman. They can burn millions of books, but they cannot burn the Quran. Why? Because Allah has protected the Holy Quran with the divine protection. Inna nahnu nazzalna dhikra wa inna lahu lahafidhun. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide them. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala guide us, so that we can do our responsibility to make da'wah. Allahumma amin. Alhamdulillah rabbil alameen, hamdan yuafi ni'amahu wa kafi mazida. Allahumma rabbana lakal hamdu wa lakal shukru kama yanbaghi li jalali shukal karim wa 'azimi sultanik. Allahumma hdina wahdi bina waj'alna sababan liman ihtada. Allahumma arina al-haqqa haqqan warzuqna ittiba'ahu wa arina al-batila batilan warzuqna ijtinabah. Ya muqallibal qulubi thabbit qulubana 'ala dinik wa ya musarrifal qulubi sarrif qulubana li ta'atik. Rabbana la tuzigh qulubana ba'da idh hadaytana wa hab lana min ladunka rahmah innaka antal wahhab. Allahumma yassir lana إخواننا في تركيا وسوريا يا رب العالمين. اللهم يسر لهم أمورهم فيكم لكل خير. اللهم يسر لهم أمورهم يا رب العالمين. اللهم يسر لهم أمورهم فيكم لكل خير يا رب العالمين. ربنا آتنا من لدنك رحمة وهيئ لنا من أمرنا رشدا. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. بفضل سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون. سلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين. وأقم الصلاة.
الله أكبر الله أكبر أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله أشهد أن محمدا رسول الله حي على الصلاة حي على الفلاح قد قامت الصلاة قد قامت الصلاة الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله.
استووا استقيموا. Straighten your lines. Fill up the gaps. Allahu Akbar. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. سبح اسم ربك الأعلى الذي خلق فسوى والذي قدر فهدى والذي أخرج المرعى فجعله غثاء أحوى سنقرئك فلا تنسى إلا ما شاء الله إنه يعلم الجهر وما يخفى ونيسرك لليسرى فذكر إن نفعت الذكرى سيذكر من يخشى ويتجنبها الأشقى الذي يصلى النار الكبرى ثم لا يموت فيها ولا يحيا قد أفلح من تزكى وذكر اسم ربه فصلى بل تؤثرون الحياة الدنيا والآخرة خير وأبقى إن هذا لفي الصحف الأولى صحف إبراهيم وموسى. الله أكبر. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. هل أتاك حديث الغاشية وجوه يومئذ خاشعة عاملة ناصبة تصلى نارا حامية تسقى من عين آنية ليس لهم طعام إلا من ضريع لا يسمن ولا يغني من جوع وجوه يومئذ ناعمة لسعيها راضية في جنة عالية لا تسمع فيها لاغية فيها عين جارية فيها سرر مرفوعة وأكواب موضوعة ونمارق مصفوفة وزرابي مبثوثة فلا ينظرون إلى الإبل كيف خلقت وإلى السماء كيف رفعت وإلى الجبال كيف نصبت وإلى الأرض كيف سطحت فذكر إنما أنت مذكر لست عليهم بمسيطر إلا من تولى وكفر فيعذبه الله العذاب الأكبر إن إلينا إيابهم ثم إن علينا حسابهم. الله أكبر. سمع الله من حمده. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. السلام عليكم. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين بارك على السلام عليكم ورحمة الله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.